All right. Hello, everyone. So, welcome to a new series. I am hoping it'll be just as good as Pokapia. Uh, yeah, I'm hoping it lasts as long as Pokapia. We'll see. This is Society Sunlit Valley. Basically, Minecraft Stardew Valley combination. Basically, what it is. So, um, I watched some videos on it. I decided it was pretty cool. I wanted to check it out. We'll see if it's as good as they say. Here. Uh, just put it on easy, allow cheats. Um, leave all that normal. I'm gonna call this world um, sunsets are nice. Whoop, nice. All right. And then for a seed, let's do world underscore of underscore VEGETABLES. World of vegetables. Let us see what we have here. So this is a pretty different Minecraft experience than normal. There are no surface mobs. Yeah, no zombies or skeletons or endermen or anything on the surface. It's all down in the caves and stuff. I have no idea how I'm in the tree because, as far as I know, tree leaves are supposed to, like, do this. You're supposed to fall through tree leaves. You can't stand on them in this mod pack. Pretty beautiful, really. It's nice. It's early spring, day one. There are seasons in the game. Uh, Time does pass at a pretty good clip. Okay, we got some chestnut logs. We got some birch, lavender around. Nice, nice. Got a donkey. Hello, donkey. We got a doggy. Look at this little doggy. It's a doggy. It's a Shiba dog. We can right click him and get some husbandry experience. How you doing, friendo? Hope you have a nice day. So we're basically in Lavender Field right now. I need to do some option stuff here on my mini map. Let's see. I like icons personally. I know it's a lot worse for stuff. I like a rectangle. Nah, let's do a square. We're going to size it down to 25. I'm looking for font scale. Let's put that up to 1.3. Game time, biome, location seems good to me. Let's go back in there and give us options, presets, scale that back up to 1.5. 1.5 is better, but we could do a little bit more. that one. Let's do a little bit more. Let's go up to 2 and see what that looks like. It may go down to 1.7 or something. No, 2 is good. 2 is great. Okay. I could use the options for that. Full screen map. Font scale. Let's punt that up to 2. Icons. Close that. Yeah, there we go. Now we can see all the information. Nice. Okay. So there is no rush. There's no rush in this. This is a nice, relaxing mod pack. Your tools are infinite. The only time they lose durability is if you die. You can die. Like I said, there's mobs down in caves and stuff. Like they're treating it like the mines in Stardew Valley. You know. So there's no need to rush or anything. There's some copper we could get. We can't upgrade tools like we normally can. We actually have to do some questing to do that. It tells you all about it in the quest book. Well, I don't mind birch. There's deer, as you can see. And here's some food for us. Some salmon berries. That is nice. So we actually have food now. Let me open that up and put over there. We have a quest book, but you also have the F2B quest icon, and you can also push the tilde key. No vein mining. They don't want you to rush things. I don't know. I don't think there are any dangerous animals in the game. As far as I know, the warden is around. He's out there in the world, and another boss mob that's restricted to like nighttime and the nighttime and what do you call it? A biome. I know. There's cows. Hi, cows. You can kill the animals and get their products like you normally can in Minecraft. Let's get some oak. Tree chopping is the HT trees chop. So you got to do it. You get the whole tree once you chop all the deals through. So we're just gonna get us like 2 trees of oak. So this will be give me 6 logs here. Once it all falls down, and there it goes. So it gives you 6, as it said. These twigs can be turned into sticks. There might be a use for them. There might be another use for them. It does have JEI, so you can just push U on them to see what their use is if you wish. But I just need twigs right now. Want to get me like at least 18. So if I can get another deal. So I have 12. Here's another 6. I know it's boring, but I just personally don't care for birch. We might have to use birch, though, to tree tap them. Because there are tree taps, like in Stardew Valley in this game. And stuff like that. There we go. Boom. Nice. Okay. So let's go ahead and make our crafting grit table, because that is still the same. Boom. And then we take another log, put it like this, get this, do that, do that, do that, and we have a crafting on a stick. And we have our crafting on a stick slot in here somewhere. There it is. Okay. do not remember off the top of my head what my crafting on the stick keybind is. So let's go and look for it. Craft on a stick. Open crafting on a stick is V key. All right. Actually, I'm going to change that real quick. So E key for me, please. Open close inventory is going to be switched to V. And then the V key, open crafting on a stick, is going to be changed to E. I like doing, when I have this option, I like doing it this way around because I am always going to want the bigger craft grid. In case I do need, for some reason, my smaller crafting grid, I still can access it, but usually I never ever need it again. So I'll take this down. All right. And then let's do 2, 3, 4. And do this to get a pickaxe. Like I said, this is our pickaxe. No durability on them. Do an axe. Go. And then I need some more sticks. So we do have this recipe in the game. And that for that. And then this and this gives me this for this. And that's how I like having my stuff laid out. And we have our basic tools. Later on, we'll need the hoe, of course, because that's a part of a quest line. But now we have the basic tools. So let's open up our quest book and check on things. So welcome. Welcome to Society Sunlit Valley, where the farming meets slightly industrialized capitalism. Expand your farming empire and become wealthy in the process. This quest book will give you introduction to the concept of the pack and reserve as a journal for the collectible items. So we get 1 dirt, 2 oak saplings, which are fertile seasons year round. There are seasons for crops. Tree fertilizer, which instantly grows trees. Bone meal does not work. The bone meal only goes into fertilizers as a crafting deal. And then a bundle, which we can use as a sack if we wish to. I kind of don't ever use the bundles in this game. I just don't care for them. Because you can only put in and take out stuff in an order that you put them in and took them out in. So I kind of usually just don't do anything with it. So we have all these other quests. So there's shaders. Shaders should already be activated for me. And also I think I changed the keybind anyway. Yeah, I took them off because I don't want to accidentally turn them off. But shaders should be on anyway for us right now. We go to options, video settings, Oculus. As you can see, I have shaders enabled and they're complementary reimagined R561 plus CLRWL104. That is what comes with the pack. So there we go. Back to the quest book. For server owners, I don't really need to use this at all. Then we have pre-generating the Skull Cavern. Due to the complex world generation of the Skull Cavern, we suggest pre-generating the dimension using Chunky. To do so, run the following commands. I don't know if we actually need to do this because we're not on a server. This is the quest after the server notification. So I don't know if we actually need to do that. Many recipes in this pack are modified or require currency. Like games such as Stardew Valley and Harvest Moon, exploit the earth for profit. Yep, that's what we do, and we're going to get money. More peaceful experience. Sunlit Valley is a more peaceful oriented mod pack. This means inventory is kept on death, though tool durability will be lost. Mobs don't spawn above ground. Phantoms and pillager patrols no longer spawn. And creepers are festive, which means they don't, when they explode, they don't damage the ground. There doesn't mean there's no danger, however. The underground, nether, and skull cavern are as dangerous as ever. So, yep. Also, for some reason, this is automatically logged in there. Transportation. Teleportation does exist, however, you will have to invest massive amounts of cash to buy it. Alternatively, you can build out a network of roads and teleport between them using signs. Then we have claiming chunks. Want to protect your base or keep it loaded? Chunks can be claimed using the journey map J key by default. First, click the FTB chunks claiming mode button on the right side. Then left click to claim a chunk. Right click to remove the claim. Shift left clicking to force load a chunk up to 15. And shift right clicking to unforce load a chunk. Later on, depending on how it goes, I might up that number. I know I'm going to have to look it up, but I remember there's commands we can use to up that number. I usually set it like at 100 or something since I play single player. The FTB chunks map is disabled to prevent confusion from having two maps. If you're familiar with the modded Minecraft and prefer that map, click the check mark. This cannot be undone. So that enables the chunk map if you wish to use the FTB chunk map. The Spice of Life. The Spice of Life Onion Edition has been added to incentivize eating different foods. Reaching certain thresholds of foods diversity will give you benefits listed in this book, most notably extra health. So there's our food book. Configuring the pack. Want to change something? Do it. This pack has been has a configuration. Things like the Stardew fishing minigame or hospital fees can be turned off. In the Modpack folder, go to the folder cube.js and then the startup scripts. Find the file config.js and open it up with Notepad. Update the values, save the file, and restart the game. So yeah, you can, like, this fishing in this game is Stardew Valley fishing. Basically, you know, the bar going up and down, you have to keep the fish in the bar. And I might turn that off eventually. I kind of don't. I'm kind of not really good at that. Muting sounds. I can't stand the squirrels. The pack has a lot of animals that can make sounds that get old very quickly. To mute specific mob sounds, you can click on the volume icon in your inventory. If you dislike the ambient sounds in the pack, you can edit the file config ambientsounds.client.johnson and set the volume to a lower value. You can also just remove the mod without losing the ability to connect to the servers using the pack. And there's our quest. And then, hello. So basically, this right here is the building shop. So once you have money, you can unlock things in here and, you know, build. This is where you go to build things, basically. These are pre-generated things you can make. So like there's farmhouses, and once you have the blueprint, if you wish to, before you choose the blueprint, actually, you can go in here and look at the different farmhouses so you know what they look like, so you can choose which one you want based on their looks. The tutorial, this is where we get started. This down here is the community center. So community center from Stardew Valley, it gives you things. So you put in crops. They recently lowered the number of crops. You used to have to like put in like 40, I think, like 40 something crops per one of these. And a lot of people were just skipping it and just unlocking the skull cavern only and just doing nothing else. So they put it all down to one so you can just get what you want. Once you complete the spring crops bundle, you get some weak fertilizer, and it all eventually culminates into the greenhouse starter, which you can go to the building shop, and down here is the greenhouses, and you can build your greenhouse when you get the blueprint. But there's the boiler room with the blacksmith bundle. These used to be 8 blocks of each of these blocks of raw stuff. Now it's just one, which gets you the extractinator. This opens up geodes. You do get geodes mining and stuff in the game. There's earth crystals, stuff like that. The vault, just spending money to open up things, which opens up the skull cavern. Mechanical farming. This is all about create here. Mystical farming is botany, botania. I'm sorry, botania. Um, then we have that's the vault again. Then we have the craft rooms. This gives you the magic mirror. Not sure what the magic mirror does. Never seen anybody use it. Then we have the fish tank for the Neptunium infused hook. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be like the best fish hook in the game, where you always get like rare fish or stuff like that. But yeah, you submit the fish in here, you click on it, submit it if you have it in your inventory. And there's fresh water, there's crabs, river fish, ocean fish, nether fish. Yeah, there's crab traps in the game. And then the abandoned one is the missing bundle unlocks Botania, so we can do the pedal apothecary and stuff like that. And then there's guides, so talking about transportation, mine carts, stuff like that. Villagers, there is no regular villages in the world. I think there was one at one point, and I think they fixed it. I saw somebody find a regular villager out in the world, but they didn't do anything besides their normal stuff. There are now their own villagers that you get and stuff like that. They have their own personalities. They have affection. 5 hearts only right now, as far as I can tell, and stuff like that. There's building tools, equipment, creatures. There's perfection. Various crops. It's kind of awesome, really. There's like all of these crops. I'm hoping eventually they'll switch them all to like their season, so they make a season thing. Season for their deals. So see how like the fish bundle is separated into their separate deals. Hopefully they do that same thing for the crops. Then we have all the minerals you can get from the geodes. There's only regular geodes, ice geodes, mineral geodes. There is, I think, omni geodes, but you only get those out of skull caverns like you do in Stardew Valley. There's gems, so there's prismatic shards, rubies, topaz, jades, nether quartz, spark stone, amethyst, diamonds, gems. There's artifacts that you can get. Relics, brews, so you can brew things. Tea, summoners, wine and stuff. There's cooking. Cooking is very important in this game. It's one of the first things you want to get because they give you so much buffs and stuff to help you out. And then there's slimes. And the slimes are Slime Rancher. If you ever seen me, I played a little bit of Slime Rancher on stream before, on video before. Slime Rancher 2, I think it was. I don't know if I ever did Slime Rancher 1. But yeah, there's plorts. There's like this many slimes right now. So there's slime ranching. And then there's butterflies and moths that you can catch with a net. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff. There's a cheese sandwich for us. There's brass coins. There's our smithing table. So upgrading your tools past wood requires a smithing table. At higher tiers, it require a smithing template purchased from a blacksmith villager. Tools can be repaired in an animal infinitely, and enchanting also carries over when upgrading. Search for an item on the list and on the item list sidebar and left click on it to see its recipes. And then we have the making money. It wants us to make a basic shipping bin. To get started making money, you'll need a basic shipping bin. Items placed inside that have a sell value. Sell value will be sold at 6 a.m. for the value listed in the tooltip. So we need a trap door and a wooden chest to make it. And it's already 6 a.m. day 2. Just going over all that stuff. Yeah. So I'm going to keep the survival burgers. There's our brass coin. There's our smithling deal, which isn't going to be anything right now. And then we got our food book. So let us see about making the thing. So we don't have enough wood for the chest. And then we need some more wood, I think, for the trapdoors. One trapdoor, one oak chest, one shipping bin. Hold it in your hand. Make sure you do that. You hold stuff in your hand. Otherwise, the quest might not trigger. That is the thing in this one. And we get some 16 turnip seeds, which are only done in spring. No durability, not quite. Wondering why your tools aren't breaking? All of the main tools and armors have infinite durability when used. There's one small trade-off. These tools lose 15% plus 15 durability on death. This only applies to the equipment in your hotbar and armor. Tools can be repaired in an anvil infinitely with significantly lower experience cost. Unbreaking also reduces the amount of durability lost. And then there's an escape rope. Durability relative to the amount it teleports to function. So this allows you to, like, get when you go into the skull cavern. This is usually how you get out. Is making an escape rope. It wants us to make a crop. Unlike vanilla Minecraft, crops need water to grow, and farmland won't be hydrated from nearby water. They can be watered using a watering can, which will need to be done every day. Every morning at 6 a.m., farmland will dry up and crops will grow on your farm. If the farmland is dry, your crops will die. All right. So we need to figure out where we're going to settle at. Okay, hold on. For some reason, my map... oh, it's set to the open map there. That's not a map we can use. So I need a name and map. Okay. Done. 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 Back to game. All right. There seems some kind of maybe something over there. Possibly something here. Got an island here. Mushrooms. We have some kind of structure there and maybe there. Ah, we're getting snow up here. That's what's all the white up here. Okay. All right. Go see what's over here. Hey, Dogie. Oh, well, we definitely want this. I like dark oak logs. Really a lot. It's going to give us like... Uh, 29 logs. Thank you. Got 10 trees out of that. Let's get another one. And another orange maple sapling. Cool. Works for me, man. So real quick, this is me right here. Now, all of this right here should be dark oak. So I'm just going to make a, create a waypoint, label it dark oak. So I know where it is. Click save. Cool. Ooh, over here. Some rose bushes. Ooh. Huh. Hold on. I'm guessing my keybinds don't work, which is strange because usually Minecraft's pretty good about this. About switching for me. Might go down there. Ooh, we need to get that. Let me get this here. Oh, got it. Cool. So we got a rare hat grab bag and a piece of gold. That's nice. So if we put this up, we got a hat of disciple. I think I need to use this one. And we can put this on our head. Yeah. We got a big, like, hammer over our head. I think that's what that is. I think that's a hammer. That's nice. Yeah, artifact spots. That's what those are. Those are what is known as artifact spots. And those are slimes. That right there is a slime spawner. So every time you walk by it, if there's no slimes, slimes will spawn. It's usually in this shape here, but there's some others. This is a slimy slime. These guys are friendly. They're not going to hurt you. There are some other slimes that can hurt you, like there's boom cats from Slime Rancher that will explode. There are slime. I don't know if they're still in the game or not, but there were slimes. Ooh, a pit. So that's what I marked. Okay, interesting. And it looks like there is something down there. Right there. I don't know. That's a big old pool of lava, I think, right there. But there is some wood right there, and I'm wondering if that is something. That hurt a little bit. Okay. Well, definitely need some coal. Some copper, which we can't do because we don't have stone yet. Okay, there is some gravel. Nope. I can treat this as my hovel for now. while I check out this ravine. Lots of nice stuff around here. I lost track of what I was looking for, you know. I don't know if it's right there. It might be right over there, what I was looking for, but I'm fine. I don't need it. I'm fine. I'm just gonna... Woo. Oh. Hmm. Okay. I thought I had a way up over here, but apparently not. While I would have liked the iron and all this copper, I don't need it right now. And there's probably easier ways to get it than this place. So I need to go up. I'll take this coal though. Could use this for more torches later on. Starting a server backup. Sorry, it's been basically 42 minutes of me just talking. Nothing really else happening. But that's what this is going to be about. This is going to be a nice, relaxing um, set of stuff here. There we go. And we're back up. Oop, let's grab this. So that's a silk cocoon thing from spiders. Even though there's not any spiders out in the world. Get some iron nuggets, some silk, things like that. It's random what you get. All right. Well, that's what that was, apparently. Just a ravine. A laurel forest region over there. Okay. So basically, we're just going to be going and looking around and seeing if we can find, like, okay, there's a jungle region here. I was kind of wanting, like, a plains region. It's where I like to usually go. Birch forest over here. I keep on right-clicking instead of clicking. There's rainforest basin region. Some beach over there. Forest, river area. Ocean. Stony shores. Yeah, let's just continue exploring, see if we can find anything. We'll head across the river here. dark oak. My kind of place. And ducks. Hi, ducky. Also, these are kind of cool things. If we can get over here to it, I can show you. These are firefly bushes, and all they do is they spawn these little particles that look like fireflies that fly around. Very, very cool to find. Not used for anything. It's just a nice aesthetic thing. Yes, your torches do work underwater still. This is still partially Minecraft, you know. Do I need the spider eyes? Probably not, but I don't need that trap door either. Right now. There are puddles. Things like that. Another ravine here. The big one, isn't it? There's like surface iron basically right there. Yeah. Oh, here we go. There's structures out in the world everywhere. Ooh, there's a rotten door. Okay. Let's see. What is that? I don't need that dirt. Artifact shard. Adventurer product. So we can sell that for money. Okay. Nice. So yeah, it's a rotten deal. And there's this stuff here. Some bones and stuff. I don't know if I want any bones, really. Right now, I don't have the inventory. I don't have a backpack yet. There are backpacks. And look at this. Isn't this beautiful? Yes. It is very beautiful. Go this way with it. See what's over here. Ooh, hi. It's a honey golem. There are various golems that do things in the game. Like there's one that does farming and stuff like that. I think you can make it as well. A scarecrow golem, I think is what it's called. There's a bunch of dark oak and mushrooms over here. We're still considered in the dark oak biome here. The water is very pretty with the changes I made to the shaders. At least I like the very blue color. The fern, a dead bush. This is a laurel leaf, so there's a laurel right there. Let's see what we have over here. Oh, that's a laurel region. Birch forest here. This is all birch forest over here. So I think we're going to go, I guess, north. Not sure. I may make a boat once I'm going to set a temporary waypoint here. And I might go across the water, make a boat or something. There's the beach area over there with the palm trees and stuff like that. Those are a thing, palm trees. All right. So I need some of that. That. Boom. It always throws me off with the boat controls and everything. It's very slippery. Also, I guess we can go over here and I'll show you real quick. Let me go over here. I want to show you some of the best stuff you can grab early. Oops. So what you're looking for are these, the seashell patterns, and you want to get them, and you'll get these seashells that you can open, and they're random what has in them, what they have in them, and they can range anything from lapis to diamonds and stuff. But the big thing in it is an early food source, called I think it's muscle, um muscle meat or something like that, I think is what it's called. I can't be for sure off the top of my head, but it's a pretty good early source of food. I don't know if it still does it anymore, but it used to, that I remember, gave +1 to farming. This is a slime ticket. Okay, I kind of need that, don't I? I'm gonna get rid of that. Get that. But yeah, so like I said, they give the muscle meat. I don't know if it still gives +1 to farming. Also, all of this stuff respawns. Respawns pretty quickly as well. It's not a one and done thing like sometimes it is in Minecraft. This stuff will respawn. The food plants, those salmon berries I harvested way early on are there. These are wild turnips. I don't need the dire rate. So harvesting the plants, the wild plants out in the world, does not give you the deal. They give you the seed. So now we have 19 of the seed. You can find things out of season. The big thing, the really big thing to find, is pumpkins. If you find pumpkins, you have a lot of money that you can get. Whoops. Whoops. There we go. I keep on hitting left shift to like sprint, and it's not that. It's control. So ducks, geese. Geese are actually pretty good money at husbandry. Like what do you call it? They're eggs. Wild flax, birch leaves. Those are the firefly bushes. Okay. Wild flax as well. Okay. I don't need flax right now. Well, it would be nice to get it, but I don't need it right now. I just want to continue on with my boat ride. Okay, some sugar canes is nice. Cat reeds. I think I'm going to go up here. Let's set a temporary waypoint here. Or no, let's set a temporary waypoint here. I'm going to go ahead and get off the boat here. And let's see. Do I want to keep the boat with me? I could get rid of the andesite. You do not need andesite or diorite or anything like that early game because you can't get into create until you complete a bundle. So yeah, there's no need to keep it. I thought I created a temporary waypoint over to here. Oh, I did. I just can't see it for some reason. I can see it on the mini map, but I can't see like an icon for some reason. I don't know. I got a geode and a mini Oni eye. Fits nicely on a banana. It's an artifact. 704, not bad. It's day 3. We haven't made a farm yet. That's okay. Like I said, we're going to be taking our time. I'm not really worried about any of that. There's a nice little cave deal here. Okay. Looks like some surface copper over here. So that's nice. I'm gonna make a waypoint here. Where is my player? Where is my player at? Which there is a I am totally lost of where I am on this mini map. There was a thing that's supposed to center on me, but I have lost the plot there. So I don't know where I am on the mini map right now. So I'm near. Is this me? Yeah, I'm not. Okay, so something buggy happened with the mini map. I'm going to create a new, call it copper uh, surface. Save. And it should say, okay, this is where I am, right over here. Yeah, lots of surface copper here. So that's good. Kind of on top, going up a big hill here. Not my favorite thing to do. But if it leads me to a decently flat area, I won't say no. And it seems it may do that. And grab these for some salmon berries, which is nice. I keep on forgetting I can run into the trees. Uh, okay. So we got a campsite over here from somebody, which is nice. So it is down the hill where this stuff is. So that's what I was looking for. So let's go over here and see what we got. Oh. Huh. A composter with probably a campfire on top of it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So that's all it was. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. But that isn't a bad thing. That isn't a bad thing. So we've got another honey golem there. More honey golems. As long as I don't whack them, I don't think they'll whack me. Okay, slime spawner. It's just slimy slimes. So nothing dangerous. Got some maple, some birch, some oak. Yeah, all kinds of good stuff around here. Got a water source that is leaking for some reason. Follow the leaking water source, see where it's coming from. Coming from up the hill, apparently. Coming from that block right there, huh? Wish I'd found a lantern. There is wearable lantern mod. So we have a slot in our deal here for we can put a lantern in. So that would be kind of cool. So I think I'm going to just leave that leaking, but I think I'll block it off like up here, maybe if I can. I have this and I have some wood I can use. There we go. That should get the water blocked off here. And this should be just pulling up here. I think we're going to call this home, really. Gonna have to clear out a pretty good bit of trees, though. But it's nothing I haven't done before. Got some wild reboot. Fill in some holes around here. Not sure what this thing over here is. That's marked on the mini map. Oh shit, okay. We may be going further. Yeah, I like plains region. Yeah, we're probably going to go out here so I don't have to cut down so many trees. Okay. There's a bunch of water. There's water right here. We could settle up here. That actually seems pretty good. Yep, here we are in a plains biome, my favorite biome because it's flat as hell. Well, it's almost flat. It's the flattest shit you gonna get. And there's a pig. There's some pigs. Nice. Piggies. Like piggies. Sounds like a squirrel. Let's see what's over here. There's a big old water source over here, so that's good. Some more sugar cane. So that's all good. Hopper right there. Got some wild grapes. Okay. So wild grapes are the grapes like that. You actually get a bush and you can plant it. Another slime spawner here. Looks like it's just regular slimy slimes, which is fine. Got an oak tree. Got a small hill here. Iron, some copper and some coal. We can mine out. It's nice. Looks like it goes down into something. We could try and use that, maybe. We'll see. But for now, this is home. All right. So let us set down some things here. And set a waypoint, of course. I think I'm going to set up over here near this water source. We're going to probably have a sprawling place. Because these buildings are big. They're not that big, but they are big. So I'm going to personally set up kind of close to water. So like this little thing right here would be good for me until I get my own buckets to make my own water source closer to me. I think I'll set up right here near the pigs. Close to the water. So like right here. Sounds nice. Gonna make a waypoint right here and call it home. Um, no home commands, unfortunately. That would have been kind of cool if it was home commands. All right, so let me see what I can do here. I'm going to need to set down my smithing table. I'm going to need to set down the crafting bench, but I don't really need it. I'm going to need to set down my shipping bin. And let me go ahead and ship that. Sell that. Nothing really else to sell right now. I could sell the silk, but I'll hold on to it. I thought there was a sorting by hitting middle mouse button. Um, SORT. Mouse button. That do it. Yep, there we go. We have to do it in this one, but we can do it. Cool. Okay. So I'm going to also real quick. I only have 3. I thought I had more. I thought I had more. I don't know if this will work, but I mean, we can try mixing it. Before we go, we're going to go and grab a furnace real quick. Let's go over here. Oh, hi, little fella. Hi, hamster. How you doing? Hi, piggy. Right click on them. Get you some husbandry XP. It's over here, I think, isn't it? That little cave we found. Or am I mistaken? I'm probably mistaken. Is this where the copper and the coal is? Yeah, this is it. Let's go in here and grab us some more cobble. Just mining out some cobble. We need 8 of it for our furnace. Need probably another 20 or so for purposes of upgrades if we need it. I'm not sure how many pieces it takes to upgrade. I don't know if it's just 1, if it's 3, because it takes 3 to upgrade it normally. I know it takes money to upgrade. It takes those bronze coins to upgrade it first. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to mark this real quick. Set waypoint, new temp mine. Because I don't know if that's going to be our actual mining spot or not. It's a little bit far away, but that's fine. Boogie, boogie, boogie. Boogie, boogie, boogie. Got a bee around, so maybe we can get some honey going. We're lucky. Got some flowers and all that stuff. Get this over here out. All right, so let's see. Let's grab us a furnace real quick. Let us grab... So if we want to upgrade our wood pick, I think you have to give them the coin and then the deal. And yeah. And there's our upgrade. We have a stone tool. Nice. Our shipping bin, whenever it turns 6 a.m. next time, will give us that. Let us check our quest. So it wants us to do the watering the crops. We also have an advanced farming deal here. Slime Rancher gives us a slime block. We don't need that right now. Okay. I want to make a chest. Does this work? Yes, it does. There we go. That one didn't work. Go. Chest stuff. That. Organic things, wood, tree fertilizer, dirt, wood, a boat, stone things in here. Organics is this. Miscellaneous is this. Miscellaneous. A lot of this stuff is miscellaneous. And then food and crops. And then this goes up in here and we're sorted. Cool. All right, so we're going to go ahead and call it here. I'm going to do probably a little bit of terraforming and stuff like that. And all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and make our hoe real quick before we do go. 2 pieces of wood. And a hoe. Get our watering can. And then all about coins. Yeah, I kind of used my coin before we got this quest, so yeah, I have to wait until next day for it to sell so I can do this. Yep. Got ahead of myself, but that's okay. Watering can, go to use it. It runs out of water. Go fill it up at water. Things like that. As it says, you have to water. You have to. You have to hoe the ground, and you have to water them yourself. Also, the hoe has a increased range with the left click to break grass and things. There is no seed you get from mowing down grass, just to let you know. There's no need to try. I'm just mowing it down to flatten out the area. I'm probably going to go and probably get some dirt to fill in a little bit of this hole. Eventually, I want to fill in all of it. I'll probably go over there and grab the dirt and stuff like that in between episodes. Get a little bit, get the farm planted. Hopefully, I get it done before the next day. There in early spring, it rains, but it doesn't rain every day, of course. So you have to, kind of do it yourself. You have to kind of hope it rains that day for you. That'll help you water your crops and stuff. So, yeah. So I'm going to go over here, grab me some dirt, and then actually I can just grab this right here, really. And I'm going to fill in that a little bit. And I'll go from there and get the turnips planted. And we'll be back next time with more Sunlit Valley. So I want to thank everybody for watching. I will see y'all later. Y'all have a nice time, whatever time it is in y'all's part of the world. Bye.